Hello, and welcome to Dakota Test Prep Question Walkthrough. In this video, we're going to talk about motor disconnects. And boy, do I have a question for you. All right, what minimum ampacity of isolating switch is required for a 150 horsepower, 600 volt, three-phase TEFC Class F SCIM motor being supplied by a 4-aught aluminum Tech 90 with a service factor of 115. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of info. All right. So if you've watched any of the other videos, and I highly suggest you do because I'm very entertaining, the first thing we always ask ourselves, what is the question asking for? What is the question asking for? What minimum ampacity of isolating switch? Okay, it's asking for an isolating switch. Beautiful. Guess what that is? All that is a disconnect. That's it. That's all it is. Disconnect. And I'm going to throw the code rule in here. And it is 28602, subrule 3, subrule A, subrule I. There you go. There's the rule. So all this is a disconnect. Guess what you need to calculate a disconnect? Guess what you need? You just need a flaw and the multiplier. That's it. Multiplier. That's all you need. So when we look at this question, how much of this stuff is completely irrelevant and we do not need? Because remember, when it comes to the C of Q, they are trying to trick you. And they're going to throw a bunch of extra stuff that you don't need. Because again, in this, all we need is the flaw and the multiplier from that code right there. Do we need to know that it's TEFC? Do we need to know that it is Class F? Do we need to know that it's being fed by a 4-aught? Do we need to know it's aluminum Tech 90? Do we need to know the service factor? Guess what? Guess what? Nope, 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 nope. We don't need to know any of those things. We only need to know the FLA and the multiplier. So that's why it's so important when you get these questions. What is the question asking for? In this case, it's asking about the isolating switch. Great. What do we have? We have our motor info. And we know it's about a disconnect. So we'll go to this code over here. Whatcha? So then what do we need? We need our FLA. Beautiful. Well, this says it's three-phase. So we're going to head over to a table 44. And we're going to look it up. It said it was 575. It said it was 150 horsepower. So our FLA, our flaw, is 144 amps. You head over to that code over there, and the multiplier for a disconnect is 1.15. We're going to do some math. And we end up with 165.6 amps. There we go. So guess what? That's all we have to do. This is it. That's it. Because it's asking, go back to the question, what is the minimum ampacity? It's not even asking about what size of isolating switch. We have to be careful because it's asking about the minimum ampacity. So this specifically is the ampacity. If it was asking about what is the minimum size of switch, then we would go up to the next size, which would in this case be 200 amps. But it's not asking about the size of the switch. It's asking about the ampacity. So this question, specifically, is trying to trick you in numerous ways. What is it asking for? What do we have? What do we need? As long as you use that consistently, you get rid of all of that extra stuff, and you realize that these questions aren't actually as difficult as you originally thought. So anyway, the answer to this one, 165.6 amps. Ta-da!